And welcome back to the hot stage. Excuse the lack of green screen. My face is kind of a bit funky. That's not the important thing, though. WRC Monte Carlo. We've had the opening Thursday. We've had the opening stage on the Friday. And as you can see here, Evans, yep, if you're from Wales or from the UK, be happy in his Toyota. He is currently leading as of Friday. Obviously, I'm recording this about 8:30 in the morning, so it's ongoing as we speak, but this is from dirtfish.com. Evans takes early Monte Carlo lead. Yes, he's taken an early lead at Monte Carlo, taking advantage of what was really an optimal tyre strategy, being the first on the road. And he, in total, has a 15.1 second lead. He feared on the first stage, though, that he hadn't used all that grip available, but they were swiftly allayed. He was, that first stage, 5.2 seconds faster than anyone else. So anyone, okay, yes, don't get carried away, it is the Friday. Anyone having any doubts as to whether he could be a potential champion, I'm just saying. So Toyota's de facto team leader, as we know, he had that optimal tyre strategy. Pirelli's super soft compound was on paper the inferior slick tyre for full conditions due to the what's been described as uncharacteristically high temperatures. That's 17 degrees C or 63 degrees centigrade with, and this is fairly unexpected, bearing in mind in our preview, we were talking about them going up to gap. Zero snow or zero ice in sight. I mean, what's going on? So Tanak and Nouvelle were still second and third fastest respectively. And Thorod and Sainz, Tanak and Nouvelle were still second and third fastest, but they dropped back to second best. Now, some minor common commotion in the cockpit of Nouvelle's I-20 suggested something was also amiss, but he was coy on exactly what was going on. He said, "It was okay, but I had some trouble in the stage, so I needed to be careful." But when asked what the trouble was, he would only say, "We'll see." Now, Nouvelle still gained a place, despite his woes, to sit second overnight, 15.1 seconds out of the lead, ahead of 9-time Monte Carlo winner Sébastien Ogier, and he's potentially still the favourite to go in there. I mean, whereas Evans is fighting for a championship, this Sébastien has absolutely nothing to lose, so he's going to go all out, isn't he? So expectations are high for an unprecedented 10th Monte Carlo win from gap, but Ogier was left complaining about his road position meant the roads were dirty, covered in gravel, and it was compromising his speed relative to those starting ahead. He said, "It seems to be difficult for us. We expected that a bit with this condition. It's obviously better to be in front, but we had a decent run. The road is very dirty. The road is very dirty very quickly," he said, "so we do what we can." Tanak dropped behind both his teammate and Ogier on the second stage into that fourth place, struggling in the latter part of the stage as the two complained of trouble with his throttle. "It got really bad now," said Tanak. So to be honest, they're very happy to be here. Incredible what this thing is doing at the moment. Only 1.2 seconds separate Ogier and Tanak in that battle for third, while Adrien Fourmé leads the M Sports charge in 5th place, but he's 39 seconds off the lead. He's going to need not quite a miracle, but certainly something to come back. There was a lot of mud, etc., he said, and it goes in the middle of the corner, he said. "I was struggling to find the feeling, but it's okay." So, Katsuta, that's Katsuguri, isn't it? Kasuta splits the M forward in 6th place, 7.3 seconds behind Fourmé and 19.7 seconds up on Munster in 7th. So Andreas Mikkelsen made it 3 out of 3 Hyundais with technical gremlins, having suffered both night-time stages with what essentially was a mapping problem on his I-20. And that obviously sapped his confidence away, because rally is even more about confidence, I think, than Formula 1 when you look at how long those stages are and the fact there's a cliff the other side. And that left him slowest of the factory rally run drivers in 8th place, 1 minute 8.8 seconds behind Tanak. He says, "Suddenly the car stalled on the start line before I was supposed to start," Mikkelsen explained. "Engine rev went down, the car stopped, and then it's still accelerating on the entry of corners, so I can never trust it." So that's essentially it. And now when we look at the leads, here is obviously Evans in first. We've got Nouvelle in second, Ogier in third, Tanak. I mean, there's nothing between those two. And Forme, Kasuta, Munster in 7th, Mickelson 8th, Lopez 9th. And then obviously we've got the rest. I'm just going to scroll that down to 20th. So it's going to be interesting. Stay tuned, and we will speak to you. We'll speak to you next time, probably on either Saturday morning or Friday evening today with a further update. Thank you very much. See you soon.